Hello everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the last video, we make the setup for Flutter Map, and we've seen the Flutter Map on the simulator, and we played with it. Played with different tiles and providers, and also talked about why we prefer Flutter Map over Google Map. Now, in this video, we are gonna go deeper. We are going to actually let me ask to Aytunç, what should we continue with?
Actually, since we have a map right now, we can just put a static marker and just put it somewhere, let's say on London. Later on in the videos, we can do animations on them, but as a first step, we can have a marker on our map.
Okay, that sounds good.
And
Let's just
yeah,
yeah.
let's see where we were left off in the code. And here, as you can see, this is the only code needed to display this map. Now we want to put a marker onto it. So let's go to the documentation. And in the documentation file, when we go to the marker layer, we see that we just need to add this to our Flutter Map widget. So I'm just going to copy this, and then I will go back to the code. And on our Flutter Map, under children, we had the tile layer, which is actually rendering the map. Below this, we are going to have the marker layer. So let me get my simulator and let's run it. Maybe we need to not reload it. Okay. And I don't see anything. I have a couple of ideas on why this might be happening. Either the
Marker
location
is not
is
black, right?
okay. No. It's a Flutter logo. I
Okay.
don't know what this location is and why it's showing there. So it's just let long 30, 40. So maybe very quickly, let's go to the browser and let me very
Have you changed
quickly.
your scene accordingly?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Now, London latitude and longitude. Why is it okay? Let's, I don't think these are correct latitude and longitudes.
I think there is some
Okay, maybe it is. Yeah, because
yeah,
it's next to
51. Yeah.
Greenwich. Yeah, it's next to Greenwich. That's why it's very close to 0. Okay,
Yeah.
and now we can go to the code. I'm changing my scene. Yeah, okay. Instead of 30, 40, we will just give it these numbers. This is minus.
By the way, for now we are using like Mach values in the future. Once we integrate this code with our business logic component, then we will be using our real location.
Exactly. Okay, as you can see, it's right on London. Let me check if you can see it. Okay, perfect. So this was very easy, as you can see. And now instead of having a Flutter logo, of course, we should have our own marker. So let's create a stateless widget for this.
This one looks really ugly.
Yeah, I know. I think Flutter logo needs a modernization, in my opinion. My
I
marker.
don't know. It like at least on this map, it doesn't look good as a marker. So let's put something that looks like a marker.
Okay, let's run container. And in our container, let's have a decoration and a box decoration because we want our marker to be a circular object. So let's just put the shape as box shape circle. Okay. And in our container, let's give it a width of, I don't know, a 60 and a height of 60. Oh, okay. And it's circle. And let's give it a color. And we need to give the color in the decoration, not in the container. Otherwise, it will throw an error. So colors dot red just for now, so we can see it easily. And for the child, let's give it a icon widget and icons dot profile something person. Okay, I think it was person.
Yes.
There are many of these. Person outline rounded. I think this sounds good. Okay, so instead of the Flutter logo, let's see what happens when we give it my marker. Okay, so I just want to give a bigger size to this icon. Let's give it 30. Okay, better, but not perfect. And 60 is too much. So let's make this 40. And this one maybe 28. Maybe I need to reload that so we see the.
So
Wait, wait,
if
wait.
you have
Sorry. Here
ah,
we are giving the width of 80 to the marker. Marker has a width. So it
mhm.
doesn't matter what we do here, it changes it. Actually, let me do this. Let's center this. Yes. When we put the center about the container, now it will be deciding what the parent size will be. So it's not respecting this 80. I'm wondering what would happen if we just remove these two. I think it would go back to 80, respecting the parent. No, it's not. So let's keep these here. This 80 needs to be same with our marker width and height. Otherwise, the anchoring will be really bad. As you can see, when I'm zooming, let's see, there is a small movement. So let's see what happens when we do the marker, the same height and width with our, oops, okay. Yeah, much better. Of course, we need to use custom constants for these to be same, but for the sake of this tutorial, just keep this in mind that these needs to be same. And now we have a marker. I will go
looks
back
good.
to 60. Just one small adjustment. I can. Let's make this good. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we can zoom out and always see our marker on London. Now, what's the next step, Erkan?
I think we can continue with uh maybe like we seen stuff on the map and then maybe we want to find our marker back again. Maybe we should put some center button somewhere that will automatically find our marker on the map.
That's a great idea. Okay, then let's try to do this. First, I will start very simply. If we will need a button to do this, should I create a new widget? Okay, let's create it. A stateless widget. Okay, let's call this center button. And let's give it a void callback.
I realize that your cursor doesn't suggest anything. Maybe there is something not final with your setup.
In the next video, please help me set it up so we can
Yeah.
get help from it. Okay. And here, let's do this. Okay, perfect. And here, let's return an outline button. And onPressed is onPressed. And as the child, we want a text. Okay, and let's say it is center. Okay, perfect. Now, where should we put the center button? We need to put it above the map. We have our Flutter map. There are several ways to do this. We can edit as a children as well, actually. But I prefer just having a stack because we might have other stuff in the future and some overlays. So it's better to have this in a stack. So I'm going to wrap our Flutter map in a stack widget. And let's see if it works right now. Yeah, it seems like it's working. So about the Flutter map, we are going to have our center button. And onPressed is just onPressed. Let's see what happens. Most probably it will be on the top left side. Exactly. And I think we need to give it a background color. I will
Yeah,
take
I don't
care
think
of it,
this is the best color choice right now.
especially with this map theme. So outline button, but oh my God, now I really don't like it because we will need to back color style. It was in style. I can never remember this button style stuff.
If you use cursor here, then you won't need to remember it. You will just write here, like put
Okay,
red color,
serious.
and it will
Yeah,
automatically figure it out.
right now I really need a cursor. Okay, but give me a second. I will just find it very quickly. Okay. This is too much to give it a background color, in my opinion. I don't like the API. Okay, now at least it's somewhat visible. And I just want to check if our recording is going
I
good.
mean,
Okay.
I think like at least not put black as the background color.
Okay, so let's
Maybe
make it
green, something. I don't know.
red accent, but this time the text will not be readable. Yeah, so we need to give it a style. Style, text style. Okay, is this acceptable, Erkan?
It's acceptable, yes.
We will make it better, I promise. Let's just get the functionality out of the way. So now our center button is in a really bad spot. So let's put it, because this is in a stack widget, we can just put it in an align widget and set the alignment to be alignment dot bottom center. This will give no space or maybe minimum space. So I would also like to put a padding which is only from the bottom, which is, let's say, 30 pixels, 30 logical pixels. I think this is good. And right now, we don't do anything when we press the button. So what do we want to do in order to center to this, to our cells, to our pin? So in order to do this, we first need to set a Flutter Map controller to our Flutter Map. As you can see, we have a map controller. So let's create it here. And since we are going to create a controller, we need to dispose it, and we cannot do this in a stateless widget. So I'm going to convert our stateless widget into a stateful widget. I will hot reload. Okay, everything is working fine. And here in our state class, let's get the map controller. We can do late, but I think this will be enough. Final map controller. Close map controller. What does it want? Nothing. And now we are going to set the controller, map controller, to this map controller. Okay. Now we can use this map controller in our onPressed action. Map controller dot move, and we will give it a center let long object. So let's see what it accepts. Yeah, a center let long and a zoom. These are the required fields. And optionally, we can give offset and an ID. For the center, I want to center it to the same pin that we have created.
Yeah.
We are doing it hard-coded right now. In the future, of course, these let longs will be coming from our business logic from the application level. But for now, let's get the basic. And for the zoom, what was our initial zoom in the map? 5.2. Let's make it, I don't know, does it get more zoom then when we increase it? I always forget it. Let's see what happens.
I don't know. Just try and figure it out.
I'll make it 4. So I'm going to save it and let's uncenter it manually. Oh my God. Okay, and I will check our OBS. Okay, I think it's good. Now when I press center, yes, it zoomed out. So it's not what we want. Let's go back to the code. Instead of 4, let's make this 8. And let's try it again. When we center it, yes, it centers.
Perfect.
And perfect. And we are right now, Erkan, at how many minutes? 17 minutes.
I think that's
I
like enough.
do you think this is enough for this video? Because next up, actually, I want to show how we can make this centering in an animated way. Because let's see it again in action. I'm somewhere else. Let's say I'm in Istanbul and I want to center myself. I want to center the map to my pin. When I press center, it immediately jumps to this location without any kind of animation. So you don't know where you are going. So I want to make this in an animated way. And do you think it's something nice to do for our next video along with other
Yeah, it
things?
sounds great. Yeah. We can like figure out a lot of cool stuff to do with the map. So we can include this one into the next video.
Okay. Then we should say our goodbyes.
Sure. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. And please on the comments if you want us to do something cool with the map or for like ideas about upcoming series or your comments about this series, just let us know. And see you in the next video.
Yeah, and not only for this series, as Erkan mentioned, if you know of a nice package or plugin that you want us to experiment with, please share that in the comments. Bye.
Right. Bye.